Buenas tardes, Detox Nation. How are we doing today? Eric Fry with Donation Detox. This is my channel. Thank you so much for watching. As always, just going to tune in and tap in for a moment to talk to you about detox, spirituality, and health and wellness. Number one, you're in control. Whether you believe that or not, it's true. You are in control. You're going to get the world that you want to see. Now, we can always spin that in a positive way or a negative way. It's your choice to see how you want to view the world. So you can view the world as everything's against me and everybody hates me and the world's, everything's negative, but you have to appreciate you need the negative. To think that one side of creation is negative is just your opinion, right? In physics, for instance, you have the positive and the negative, the proton and the electron, right? But they're just like, because one's positive and one's negative, they both have to, balance one another, right? So the minute we can drop the illusion of this is good and this is bad and instead kind of incorporate an idea of this is just life in balance, and we have to have these two sides in order to experience, right? And so, what I like to do is keep that sacred. And so one thing I want to talk about today is supplements versus herbs, right? Supplements, as you know, are vitamin C, which is ascorbic acid. Vitamin D, magnesium, right? Those are minerals you can take. But what the doc says and what I am understanding now is that everything in creation is already perfect. So if you start taking a bunch of magnesium, you're going to bump out phosphorus or calcium or some of this, some of these other minerals, because they're all in a family of chemistry. One thing I'm working on is growing my hair back. Not growing it out, growing it back. And you'll see it's been receding now for, 10 years, right? So how long do you think it's going to take me to grow it back? Yeah, probably 10 years. But patience attains all that it strives for. And so I can take biotin is common for people who have like weak nails or thinning hair. They take biotin. But what is much better, in my opinion, is to take fenugreek, or an herb that contains biotin, right? Because now you don't have to worry about bumping out some other elemental mineral or some other minerals or getting in the way of God, right? Because remember, in duality, there's either God or man. The trees and the nature and the beauty and the clouds, most of the clouds, not the chemtrails, are God, right? Or the DARPA. But the supplements is man. That's just some chemist or some guy, someone who thinks that, I have 200 milligrams of magnesium and then 100 milligrams of phosphorus and then 200 milligrams of calcium. But you can take all the calcium you want, but if your adrenal glands aren't working, you can't utilize them. So what's the point? You actually just stone up and you get kidney stones and rocks. And so they don't understand this. And it's slowly the awareness is coming back on this. We had a few things that kind of happened in the medical industry with surgeries, and these people can do amazing things with surgeries, and so we just take their word that this is the bee's tits, and it's not, in fact. And I had a friend yesterday talking about her friend who's trying to grow their hair back because she had cancer. Well, it wasn't the cancer that took her hair off. It was the chemo. It was the treatment of the cancer that takes all your hair off. It's totally acidic. And acids aren't bad. They're just corrosive. And if we didn't have acids and we only built here on planet Earth, we'd have too fucking much of everything. Excuse the strong language. It'd just be more and more and more. And, things die and we got to clean up, and acidic principles are very, very, very good at that. So Anyhow, just a quick short vid today. I love you guys. If you're working on your health, keep going. Keep going. You will see gains. Sweat. You have to sweat to eliminate. People say, oh, but your sweat's just water. Right, but you don't understand the vapor that's coming off. Just like when you're in your car, the tailpipe, water comes out. But that's not what's dangerous for you. It's the invisible vapor gas, right? The carbon monoxide is so can be deadly, right? So blessings to everyone. I'm feeling great. I've been doing Ashtanga all week, and yeah, haven't smoked any marijuana this week. That's one thing I been working on, and because we all have these things, these addictions. We're addicted to dopamine. You got to get rid of the dopamine so you can focus, because otherwise you're just a slave to the coffee, or to the matcha, or to the booze, or to the ciggies, or whatever. So don't take supplements that were created by some guy who's completely lost in his mind and has never been outside of his body and thinks that dreams were just, oh, your brain taking a shit at the end of the day. This is the dream. You'll know that if you've had a near-death experience. This is the dream. I had a conversation, I'll tell one quick story, with the lady. I was in South Africa at this hostel, and we were, hanging out. This is when I still drank. And we were talking, and she was a scientist of some sort. I want to say like a biologist, but I don't recall. Atheist, typical in the scientific, not always, but and we were talking about the existence of God, and these conversations that happen at the bar and hostels and every country in the world really. And I said, well, what about this? Before there's nothing, right? Before we're born, there's nothing. Every night we go to sleep, there's nothing. And then as far as secular viewpoint, I guess you could say, after we die, there's nothing. So what's the constant? And what's the temporary thing? I love you. God bless you. Keep eating the fruit. No species on this planet cooks food except for us. The same ones that commit genocide. Same ones that put other people in cages. Same ones that do all the horrible things. Yeah, we can build a skyscraper. Cool. But every species on this planet eats raw, living, energetic food. God bless you. Thanks for tuning in for Friday Chats.